The transfiguration of Jesus is a turning point in his ministry. The first turning point in the ministry of Christ was his baptism, when again God said, "This is my beloved Son." And as you know, after his baptism, Jesus left behind his life in Nazareth, left behind his mother, his carpenter's workshop, went to the desert, and came out proclaiming the kingdom. He started teaching and healing. It was a change in his life, in his kind of calling. He accepted God's call to be a teacher, a prophet, a rabbi. At the transfiguration, it's also a turning point in Jesus, not because he was transfigured, but why was he transfigured? And again, we heard how God also spoke and said, "This is my beloved Son." After the transfiguration, Jesus began to talk about his going to Jerusalem to suffer, die, and rise. Again, Jesus accepted another change in his life, in his ministry. It's not about being the popular rabbi who is wise and who has great words to share with the people, who can work great miracles, but now he's to become the suffering servant who will give his life for his people. And that's why he was transfigured. The light of God shone through him because he said yes to God's will for him, as he did at his baptism. Every time we say yes to God's will in our life, we are being transfigured. We are becoming more and more like Jesus, obedient to the will of God our Father, even if that meant for us that we have to suffer because of it. We have to pay a price. That's what Jesus means when he says, if you want to be my follower, you have to carry your cross and follow me. The cross is that we say yes to God's will. And it is a cross not because God wants us to suffer, because God is love, and God always calls us to grow in love. And love is not easy. True love is difficult, means sacrifice, means commitment, means putting others ahead of ourselves. And to us, that's a cross. It's not easy for us to do because we have this innate, feeling or innate desire. We want to be first. We should come first. It is dying to our selfishness so that the light of Christ will shine through us.